today's world, everyone is constantly looking for validation from family, friends, and strangers, constantly checking how many likes, comments, and shares we got on our latest post. So how do you stay motivated to write a long book over many months when you have nothing to share with your community? Maybe it's your first book and you don't even have a following yet. How do you keep writing without external validation and the dopamine hit that comes with it? The short answer, dear happy writer, is that writing for the pure joy of it is so much more fun than writing for others' approval. In this video, I'm sharing with you some strategies on writing without external validation and pursuing your passion for writing even if no one else sees a single word of what you've written. I will share with you some playful and effective ways to stay motivated to write without any praise from others. Hello and welcome to Happy Writer Hub. I'm Maria, a happy writer, and I'm here to cheer for you on your writing journey. Are you excited to write just for the pure joy of writing? Let's dive in and discover how to keep our creative energy high without expecting a standing ovation from enthusiastic fans. Remembering why you write. When we talked about how to write when you don't feel like it, we discussed the importance of finding your writing purpose. Knowing and remembering why you started writing in the first place is a good motivator to keep writing even when you don't feel like it. And it also works for staying motivated to write without external validation. You might be going through a period where you simply don't have anything to share. You just need to keep focusing on your manuscript so you can publish it and then you'll have something to share. But in the meantime, you have to keep going. There are two instances that may require you to keep writing without external validation. The first one is the audience's lack of engagement. First, as sad as this may be, you won't always get the external validation you're hoping for. Maybe you wrote a book you're absolutely thrilled with, and when you published it, it didn't get the reviews you were expecting. It just didn't click with some readers. What do you do then? Never write another word again? Out of the question. You're a happy writer. You don't give up that easily. When you first started writing, you didn't write for external validation. You wrote because you had a story or more to share. You published it and now it's out there for everyone to read. Maybe some readers didn't give you a 5-star review, but even if you check the reviews of your top 3 favorite books, you'll see that none of them have only 5-star reviews. Not everybody likes the same things. It's not the end of the world. Just keep writing and keep focusing on those readers that enjoyed your book. They want to read your next book. Focus on that. Write it for them and write it for yourself. The second instance that may require you to write without external validation is having no updates for the audience yet. Maybe you're currently going through a period where you don't have anything to share. That's okay. Right now, put all your energy into writing your manuscript and getting it ready for the world. But how do you do that without external validation? Focus on your characters and remember how much fun it is to bring your characters to life. Remember the joy of writing simply to learn more about your characters and discover more about your world. Your characters take you on countless new adventures every day. In these tough moments, focus on that pure joy of discovery and exploration. Use that excitement to write your next book. Once it's finished, you'll have something amazing to share. But in the meantime, the most important thing is to keep going and trust the process. Gamifying the writing process. Writing doesn't have to be this serious activity full of drama and worries. Worries about what might happen once you publish your book, or how long it will take for you to finish your book, or if people will love it, will just make writing feel like a stressful work project. But if you gamify writing, you can enjoy every step you take. Remember when you were a kid and you would be out playing for hours without even realizing how much time had passed? Why not use that in our work? Why does work have to be this stressful activity filled with worries and deadlines? The truth is, writing doesn't have to feel like that. So let's turn work into play. How to gamify writing. To advance in any game, you must complete a series of challenges or levels. We can apply the same concept to writing. Thus, instead of having an endless to-do list, we'll have the levels of the game. You wrote a chapter? Awesome! You get to advance to the next level. As your book grows, you keep advancing from one level to the next, just like you would in a game. So you'll switch your mindset from I have to write 1,000 words today to I'll move up one level today. Isn't that way more fun? And here's how to make the writing game even more fun. Set yourself some rewards for when you move up a level or when you achieve a certain number of words. Just like you would earn coins or cool gear as a video game progresses, you will get some mini rewards with every new level or word count milestone you complete. And of course, save the big reward for when you finish the whole book. You've just finished the game. You deserve it. You played the game, had fun along the way, and you finished your book. And the best part, you did it all without expecting any external validation. Just your own joy, your inner drive, and a whole lot of fun. Now that's definitely something you should be proud of. Before moving on to the final tip, if you're enjoying this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more tips on being a productive, happy writer. Falling in love with your work. Yes, we all want the readers to love our books. But what's even more important is that we love what we wrote. Are you happy with your work? Do you feel like you really gave it your best? Do you absolutely adore your characters and the wild adventures you've sent them on? A yes to these questions ensures a fun and satisfying writing journey, no external validation needed. How do you fall in love with your own writing? Enjoy the writing process and keep a record of your best lines. Enjoy the journey, not just the destination. Every writer dreams of that magical moment when they get to hold their published book in their hands. We all want to see all that hard work, the countless hours of coffee-fueled typing, and the endless revisions pay off, and finally sharing our craft with the world. But you don't have to wait until that moment to enjoy your work. You can enjoy it right now. Remember that the joy of writing doesn't have to come from sharing it with the world. It can come from the act of writing itself. When you love your characters, enjoy crafting the scenes and building your imaginary worlds, the writing process itself becomes a deeply rewarding experience. You're so immersed in that world, you don't need anyone's validation to feel good about your work. You feel good about it because you're in a magical state of flow where you feel like you're not just writing the story, you're actually living the adventure of your life through your characters. What could be more fun than that? Shifting your focus from expecting praise for your work to enjoying it frees you to create with more joy, curiosity, and confidence because you're no longer writing to impress others, you're writing to express your creativity. Keep a "wow, I wrote that" file. Why wait for someone else to validate your art? You can do it yourself. Have you ever taken a break from your manuscript for a few days or weeks, and when you finally read it again, you stumbled upon a sentence so unexpectedly brilliant, you actually thought to yourself, "I wrote that? Wow, that's awesome." That pride you're feeling in that moment comes from a lot of hard work coupled with inspired creativity. And it's the only validation you need. But don't just celebrate it in that moment and move on. Capture that magic and preserve it for the future. Use it to fuel your future motivation and creativity. Start a file where you collect all those snippets of your brilliant writing. Every time you surprise yourself with something amazing you've written, make sure you add it to your brag file. Your future self will thank you for it, especially during those tough writing days filled with self-doubt. Use it to remind yourself just how brilliant your writing can be, and you won't need anyone else's validation to prove it. Your own words create magic. And they are all the validation you need. Let me know in the comments what is one magical moment you've had with your writing that reminded you why you love it. I'd love to hear from you and celebrate the big writing moments with you. If you enjoyed this video, then you might also enjoy this other video on how to write when you don't feel like writing. Keep writing and have fun writing.